Hello, Alicia?
Buddy,
I hear you now.
Hello there.
You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. You wanna beat on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the May 14th meeting of the Redevelopment Authority. This meeting of the Redevelopment Authority is being recorded and streamed by Millbury Public Cable Access Television. This meeting is also available through zoom.us/download. Anyone who is participating in this through zoom.us should state your name and address before speaking. We do have Alicia, our other member, on Zoom, so we have a quorum, and we start the meeting at 7:09.
7:09.
7:09. So with that, everyone had a copy of the agenda for today. And before we get into the agenda, I would like to talk about the Redevelopment Authority. We have some vacancies on the Redevelopment Authority with the authority as well as the Resource Advisory Board. And we would encourage any member of this community who's a registered voter to join the Redevelopment Authority. Show if you have an interest. You can send a letter of interest to the Redevelopment Authority, care of the Millbury Town Hall, 127 Elm Street, 01527. And we can schedule a meeting with you, and we can discuss the Redevelopment Authority and what you can do for us and what we can do for you. Also, the Resource Advisory Board is a board that we created some years ago, which would have 3 members on that board. Those members are appointed by the Redevelopment Authority, and the board was created for individuals in the community who also are registered voters that would have the capacity to help guide us, come up with ideas and suggestions on future projects, and help us to support the town of Millbury and create projects in the community. We are a small board on the Redevelopment Authority, a board of 5, and we need your help. So I would encourage anyone out there that has a desire to do something in the community, be part of a municipal board, contact us and reach out, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you. Anyone want to add a comment to that?
We desperately need additional board members, and you know, it's not only our job to work and create this food truck festival every year. That is our major fundraiser, because there's no funding coming from any other source. But we desperately need help, and it's works out to about an hour a month and about 12 hours a day of the food festival. And you know, could be additional hours depending upon what projects we have in front of us. But we would welcome anybody that would want to participate and move this town forward through redevelopment.
So in the course of a year, you would expend approximately 22 hours between the meetings, which we meet 10 months out of the year.
Yep.
We have a month off for summer vacation and a month off for Christmas vacation. So that's not a heck of a lot of time, and, but nevertheless, we need your help. Come and join us. So all said and done there. We have to review and approve the previous minutes from April 16, 2025. And you all had a copy of that. I would entertain a motion.
I make a motion.
Motion's been made by Jan. Is there a second?
I will second.
Motion been made by Alicia for a second. We take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I vote as well. So the meeting, minutes of April 16th have been approved. And we will sign those minutes and get those to the town clerk. We have, finance report is not available at this day. The main thing that we've got going on is this weekend, our annual food truck festival, which is our only fundraiser for the Redevelopment Authority. That's on May 18th, and it opens to the public at 11, and it's over at 5 o'clock. We have 13 food trucks lined up. Last year we had 15. We had a couple of food trucks that aren't going to make it because of mechanical difficulties. We also have craft vendors, which we have 45 craft vendors set up. I had a vendor, food truck vendor, that does events all over Massachusetts and was telling me that craft fairs have fallen way behind, and very few crafters show up for the fairs lately, this past year. And we have expanded the craft vendors every year, including this year. So I think that we've been doing something good, that the vendors in the community as well as outside of our community are getting in line to come and set up the food truck festival each year. It's expanded each year, which is good. We have a good reputation. I also want to mention that at our last meeting that I mentioned that we had been hit by scammers that were representing themselves as us and trying to get vendors to fill out an application online and then pay for the festival online. We do not accept an application online. We do not accept payment in any form online. We send out applications. They're mailed back to us at 127 Elm Street, and their payments are personal checks, business checks, or money orders. Not PayPal or funny money or any plastic. So any vendor out here in the community that's approached by someone other than us, do not respond. We had been scammed by a second time. Each one of those had been turned over to the police department. Also, yesterday, I found that there was another individual. Each time the names change, the emails change, but they're still out doing it, and we're not the only ones that get hit. Fortunately, it doesn't affect us financially, and we'll know more at the festival if vendors of any sort show up that are not registered with us. And that's the only way we'll know. But fortunately, it doesn't hit us in a pocketbook. We have the final business for the festival is today. We have to take care of anything that's left open. We have to get the gate bank, which will be done in a few days, just before the festival. And we need a few volunteers, if anyone is out there that would like to volunteer to work the festival. You can contact me through the town hall, or you can contact me through our Gmail account, MilburyFoodTruckFestival@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. The setup begins at 6:30 in the morning, because vendors start appearing at 7:30. The main gate opens at 11, and it's over at 5. We have live entertainment for your pleasure throughout the day. So. Any discussion on that? Any comments, thoughts? What we need to take care of?
Well, we're gonna need volunteers to help assist at the gate. With the tickets. We're gonna need volunteers to help, direct people. We may need volunteers to shuttle things back and forth from one side of the area to the other. So if there's anybody that's out there that's willing to jump in, and we appreciated all the past help, and if anybody's willing to come back, thank you much for the repeat performance.
Alicia? Any comment?
I agree, and we definitely are gonna need some help with those who can handle moving some tables around and chairs, so definitely, some strong people
Yeah,
helping get everything set up, doing the trash at the end of the day, things like that.
Setting chairs up, folding chairs up.
Yeah, I mean, makes for a long day, but we definitely need the help.
and we need to help Kevin set up the stage and his equipment as well.
Yeah,
The audio.
yeah, I mean, we're definitely down some hands this year, so,
Looks like the
You
weather
know.
is gonna be good.
I've ordered good weather.
No, you put an order for that?
I did.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Good job, Chair, good job.
Yeah. I have a direct line to the weather person,
but I think other than that, everything seems pretty much good to go. We have the voting poll ready, we have the QR codes ready, the entertainment's lined up. So, in terms of things like that, I think we're ready.
I've been inundated with contacts on a Gmail account all day today of people wanting to know how to get here and so on, double checking their confirmations, and it's been kind of hectic. And then still getting vendors that want to apply for, get an application, and the event is closed. We can't take any more at this point.
Yeah, they have to have all the documentation into the Board of Health, and And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
late.
pretty much it. The food trucks, that closed, oh, 5 days ago
Yep.
because of
Yeah.
the documentation.
Right.
But
Yeah.
to take on a new food truck at this point is impossible.
What time should we expect the Board of Health there?
They will be there at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
To do the inspections with the food trucks and any craft vendor that is dealing with home baked bread or anything of
Food
that
products.
nature. You know, because there are a few tables in the craft area that do chocolate and candy.
Sign me up.
So-
Chocoholic here.
And they have to have an application in with the Board of Health as well. You know.
All right. Well, I think everything's good to go.
How is the voting going, Alicia, for the QR?
Everything's done. Really, it's just printing them out and getting them in their little plastic photo containers. So, but the link's done, the questions are there, everything's linked. So, you know, I have the food vendors that we have, and all people need to do is just scan the QR and send in a vote for that day. So, I think if we make announcements throughout the day, you know, between the music sessions, just to remind people to keep voting, there really shouldn't be a problem with it.
That worked out great last year.
Yes.
Previously, we had little ballots that they would write the name of the food truck in, and they'd drop it in a raffle box that we had. And later in the day, we would go through and count individual ballots on the tailgate of a pickup truck. And a gust of wind would come by, and you'd start chasing the ballots that you already counted.
Speaking of which, you're gonna need my pickup truck on Sunday, right?
You know, but now with the QR code, last year, it worked out fantastic. Come 4 o'clock, 4:30, you made a phone call, you knew who the top winner was, and it was done and over with, no ballots to chase. It was all done electronically. Worked great.
The only thing I've thought about in the past is like a suggestion type of box, just to see like what could be different. And the more I think about it right now in this very moment, I'm wondering if it would be worth it to, like at the end of the, like once they select their favorite food truck, if coming up with like a question that they could answer like yes, no, or like needs improvement or something like that about like their overall experience with the festival this year, just to kind of get some feedback. You know, because I know in the past when we've done it, people said like, oh, more seating, more shade seating, but you know, I just, you know, I always wonder, and it's, you know, there's always room for improvement in those areas. So I wonder if that would be worth it, just to kind of see collectively like what people are thinking after they vote.
If you did that, I would suggest you do like A, additional shade seating, B, give them the answers you want, so it's easy to tally. So
Right,
you don't
yeah, and
have
I'm
456
wondering,
people show up with 397 different answers.
Yeah, I'm
with this-
wondering if it's like
A survey.
yeah, like but like what kind of questions would we
That's how we
ask?
got
Like,
to where we are now, because we've
Like-
had people give suggestions on what they would like to see. And we sit
yeah,
back
like
and
what
say,
what more would you like to see of? You know, like exactly. I think like vendors, like I don't know,
yeah,
different kinds of entertainment. You know.
If we had parking, I'd say expand it to a car show.
That.
yeah, we've had suggestions made since day one, and many of those have brought the improvements that we've had, because we tried them and liked them, you know, so.
So, that's something I might pop in there.
So
to kind of
with-
edit it before.
talking about the food truck festival, over here on my left is a handmade trophy for the 8th Annual Food Truck Festival for the People's Choice Best Food Truck. And we've done those for the last 5 years, and each year they're different. And it's kind of a fun project to put one of those together.
Thank you, Mr. Mort, for doing that.
Well,
You
It-
have amazing talents.
it was a fun project, and since I'm retired, I try to use my talents to put something together that's different. We did have a comment from one of our winners. Matter of fact, it was a winner from last year, who said that he had won Best Food Truck at other festivals, and what they received was a vinyl banner,
Mhm.
you know. And he said, a trophy like that means far more to the vendor than a vinyl banner, you know. And I kind of thanked him for the compliment on it. And already he's commented on our Food Truck Festival page that he's looking to uphold his,
Coming back for,
yeah, he's coming back for a third one, you know. So hopefully someone's gonna take it home. You know. So with that, I had that pretty much takes care of the old business. I had a suggestion from someone that said that we should probably create a special on-hand cash account, like a cash box, for emergencies, emergency operations, operation of the Redevelopment Authority, unforeseen expenses, like reimbursement, was one of the members that picks up something that we voted to purchase, and they could purchase it on their credit card or their cash. They have to wait till a meeting in order to get reimbursed. Nothing would be paid out of that box without a receipt.
Oh, like a petty cash box?
I'm sorry, Alicia?
Like a petty cash box?
petty cash box.
Yes, that basically would be what it is. And so I'd like to open that for discussion.
Well, if we did that, I think that you should put a small amount, so that, to cover the expenses, whether it's a $50 or $150 item, that there would be money on hand, but we don't need to have it top-heavy.
Alicia?
Is this specifically to the food truck festival or just something in general?
No, this would be something for beyond the festival, or the festival. If at the festival we needed to run out and get ice, or run out and get whatever we need, or some emergency thing, or say that in the process, if a chair gets missing from the rental, because we did lose a couple of chairs, we would have the funds in that box to pay for the chairs that had disappeared.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I think that's a good idea. That way we're not it'd be easier to keep track of that cash flow and, what's in there at all times, what's taken out and what's, replenished back and stuff. So, I think that's a good idea.
My suggestion would be, kind of going along with what Jen said, we have had times where we have actually voted to approve, like the padlocks for the storage container, which we haven't gotten yet. The interior solar lighting, in order to put that on any of our credit cards or anything, we could reimburse the payment from our credit cards without waiting, you know, a month or 2 months for a meeting in order to get it approved and covered, whereas it was already approved in the first place. So my thinking would be probably a couple of $100 in the box, you know?
I think that's sufficient.
And if we
Yeah,
had, if we had to run out and get, although we don't use them, pencils or
Yeah.
something of that nature, we wouldn't have to wait to go get them.
Or a battery charger for walkie-talkies or something.
I mean, I don't see us needing those things in the time of the event. Like, I don't recall needing to run out to buy anything. In fact, you know, last year that like we ran out of that we weren't prepared for, but, you know, I don't think it's like a bad thing to have on hand.
And even during the course of the year, we used it for, you know, we could use it for like when the cooler was purchased, you know, to reimburse whoever got the cooler.
Right.
So I make a motion that we put forth a petty cash account of up to and no more than $200, and to be refunded to any individual that we need to that purchase something for the Redevelopment Authority, and to be reimbursed only by a receipt.
The motion's been made by Jan.
Okay, I will second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded by Alicia. All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
And I as well. Motion's been made. That pretty much, our next meeting will be June 18th. And we'll discuss how the festival went, and we also will reorganize in June. Basically, all the boards reorganize right after the town election, which was April 29th. And since we've been so tied up with the festival, we'll do that in the first meeting in June. So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, unless there's any other discussion.
I make a motion to adjourn for the evening.
Motion's been made by Jan to adjourn,
I will second that motion.
and second by Alicia. We adjourn at 7:35.
7:36. All in favor? Aye.
Okay.
Aye.